this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Papoose.
Papoose.
Papoose
Papoose
TV.
TV.
Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Just spinning in the news right now. Let's get to this shit. Everybody talking about this shit. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. I hate to have it be him, you know what I mean, on some Papoose shit and some Kobe, and you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. And he chose violence when it was yesterday morning. On my way to the airport, you know what I mean? I'm driving back, I hear the shit. He put up the tweets, and there's a lot of angles to this, so it's a lot to unpack, right? I'll just first say number one. let's be right first. Like a lot of brothers, a lot of people, women too. We wasn't surprised that she cheated, guys. You know what I mean? Like ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes. You are now, like you in the presence of Ricky D. We knew that she did it, even without physically being there and knowing. And the reason why we felt the way we felt, it just really lined up. And what he was doing, what was his superpower, was he wasn't saying nothing. Forcing her to gotta fumble instead of her just being quiet. Like we see some of the tweets, he like, yo, told you to just be quiet, it'll go away. But she got an image to uphold, she got an image to upkeep. She online worrying about what other people gotta say. And whether you love Jesus or you hate Jesus, people gonna have something to say about you. Whether you believe he died for our sins or not, somebody gonna have something to say about you. Right or wrong, good or bad, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And so you either could let it affect you or you could 52 block shit and be good with the outcome. And, you know, I think he messed up, even though he, like, listen, she a narcissist. All the women be using this shit. This shit is this fucking, you know, the spark plug words of the day. And to hear him come out, one of the first things he like yo, you know, she's a narcissistic, you know what I mean? And woo, woo, woo. And I'm not doubting that she not, but I just think it's funny, you know, coming from the guy. And, you know, now, you know, women always say it, and then this is what he's saying, right? And two things can be true at the same time, but that's the first side eye, like, damn it, my God, you know what I mean? The other thing is now, like, you exposing her, but even if people was, you know, even if you almost 100% right, say it's 90 to 10%, you did some foul 10% shit, 15%. We didn't know what the percentage was. We just had you was right. And like Ho said, you know what I mean? Do not argue with fools, because people from a distance can't tell who is who. Do not bulk up that tree. That tree will fall on you. I'm surprised your advisors ain't forewarn you. Like, so it's like, oh, you was calculated. You was staying firm and in frame, letting her just jump on 15 minutes of fame, letting the battle rap take place, and niggas saying like, if you heard a nigga did some shit about me about a bitch, and I ain't some shit, I still got the bitch. And now we see them hugged up, you know what I mean, on some family tree shit, on some family matters Christmas shit, and it's Christmas time. Photos is hilarious. I mean, I ain't gonna pull them up. Y'all know, y'all seen this shit. Shit is wild, funny, right? Now we get to see some of the shit you was doing. Want her to fall asleep on the phone, you know what I mean? Or some insecure, and I get it. I done followed the joint. Nigga was head over heels, and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like sprung over the pearl tongue, you know what I mean? On some bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Blink on it, you know what I mean? I done followed the joint, you know what I mean? Then once I got the evidence I needed, because that's what brothers is justifying, like why he tapped the Hot Wheel and all that. You in the car, you know what I mean? It's a Mission Impossible. Listening to maybe possibly, you know, the video we heard about her saying, you know, how she want to give it up sexually. And it just looks bad, it looks bad. But now that everything is exposed, you're not the squeaky clean no more. You're not. Because like, you know, she's saying you was a taker, never a giver. And even again, even if you was 90, 100, and the people's perception, You was 100% the do-gooder. Like, you fucking do-gooders. Too bad you couldn't do good in marriage. And do you have any clue what I had to do to get here? I don't think you do. Like, come on, you fucking do-gooder? Too bad you couldn't do good at that. Now we get to see some of the stuff. And it could be embarrassing, whether you care or not. And then lastly, before we get to the unpeeling of the Pacific shit, you get to the daughter, right? He like, yo, while you was over there at Christmas, hugged up, looking wild crazy in the family photo. You looking like family portraits. This shit look wow. Even if you wasn't with him no more. You still legally was married. This shit is still gonna be online for your daughter one day to see it. And so that's the thing. He's like, yeah, I was being quiet. I was staying this. All I really wanted was the divorce. Cool. You know what I mean? She ain't want to give it to you because you ain't want to lie. You could have just said, you know what? We ain't fight. I ain't knocked the nigga out. You know you knocked the nigga out. You get the divorce. Now you can speak your shit if you want to backpedal. Because you could have just stayed firm and not said nothing. Everybody assumed, at least people thinking like me, I'm like, this bitch cheated. You know what I mean? He found out he was overzealous with her. You wanted the baby. You was too much on her body. You know what I'm saying? And now she like, yo, I got all the receipts of you cheating. So why did you marry him? Why did you have his baby that he begged you to have after you came home? You went in during, your prime before you really could live out your best years. I know what it's like to be locked up. And I also know what it's like to quote Thanos. I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail. Like, you just know you're right. Coming out to do whatever, you making the move, you shining, you shitting on the world. Poontang, poontang. I don't want to go like you poontang all over the world. Then the universe or God or whatever you believe in, the Most High. You say, nah, today, Friday the 13th, you think you going to, Barbados, or you going to the concert, and then you walk out and your mom's is in emergency, she stepped down. Like, your whole shit just changed like this. Nobody knows when it's going to switch up. And so I just say all that to say, it's like, come on, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you doing what you doing, and there's no need to do that. We believed you. She was looking bad in the streets, fumbling and mumbling. Charlie Clips mentioning the Gitchy Gotti Goo, the battle rapping niggas. Everybody know what it was. Come to find out she was with you, she been with you. And now you bring in a new girlfriend. Let's address that. This shit is like two of my mans. Now, we talk about this trending topics, right? What can you learn? Who looks bad? It's not the days of the Word Up magazine no more when you just read and you see a couple of pictures and the article written by somebody. Now, all you do is go online and you see text messages like, oh, this nigga won't buy you no flowers. This nigga won't take you out. This nigga won't this is what Remy's posting up. I guess he sent her the tweets. I don't know how she got him. Maybe he telling her, yo, we all going to get back together. You was fucking around, so I was fucking around. And just so we clear, I'm speaking from, somebody that did cheat and got cheated on, was hurt, know what it's like, been married, not married, been in a relationship. So I know what it's like to lose and to be the one that's doing the most and not taking into consideration, at least definitely at the time, that you hurting the other person. You know what I'm saying? So that's the angles that I'm speaking for, and I don't got no dog in the fight. I thought he looked good just being quiet. Now that it's out in the open and you with, just Carissa Shields, I didn't know who she was, and maybe I should. Maybe we need Black History Month. Morgan Freeman, do you have a Jew month? Like, so what day do you celebrate Judaism? Like, And what other days that these other races have months and days, right? I'm on Morgan Freeman's side. I was being funny. So it's like, cool, all right. When are we gonna, take into account of who this chick is? And I'm gonna just say this real quick for you didn't see the video. I didn't know who she was, and I see her going back and forth with Cam. I'm like, oh shit. Arguing back and forth. Oh, this is the chick that I seen the real fighting the dude knocked out. She said she wanted to fight men, or that's the best way to challenge. I know female basketball players, they scrimmage other men, obviously men is the stronger, the faster. So if you could do good against guys, then you're probably going to do, better or have, better success rate against women that's smaller than you, or, you going against men in practice than you playing against women. That's just an analogy. So it's understandable you sparring with men, you fighting with men. But a lot of aggressiveness. But I just said all that to say that's just like initial not knowing who she was, and Cam was going back and forth with her. And I'm like, damn, why she want to smoke with him? Because this nigga would keep going. You know what I mean? I didn't know who she was. She got a movie coming out now. Like, now you know who I am. And she was telling Cam, I'm the #1 most fighter and all that. And I wouldn't know because I don't watch female boxing. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch none of that shit. Nigga, watch Serena when you locked, and you want to watch Serena and Venus because that's who we watching while we in here, right? That's like the only really times to keep it a buck, as we always do on the channel. So I don't know who's who. That night Tyson was fighting, I didn't know who the chicks was, and I guess that's how it started. But now, anyway, she is a real professional boxer, you know what I mean? And it's no doubt in mind that she'll handle Remy. You know what I mean? And that's like the whole hanging through, but the going back and forth. And she like, yo, you ain't the only one. Remy saying that shit like, well, if I ain't the only one, why you tagging me? And let's just meet out. You want to crash out. So now you got your new joint going back and forth with your wife, even though she, y'all on the house, or your baby moms. That don't look good when your new girl is arguing with your ex, and then you got kids involved. Again, they see like, damn, so you left mommy. They don't know why is this boxing chick? She might beat mommy up. Why is she saying all these things about mommy? And you got to explain that. Then the last part of the story, we have to get off this topic, but it's just fascinating. Some stuff I'm not surprised of, obviously, and some things is I seen this shit coming a mile away. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? When you've been around, or you know some people that, in some relationships, and people, and it's not just celebrities, talking about everyday people, this is what they be going through. That's why one of my favorite songs, side note, Kendrick Lamar off the Mr. Morale album, is the Cry Together with the joint, and they going back in their relationship. And you're like, I'm tired of these ungrateful, emotional, dumbass bitches. Like, you know what I mean? He went in on y'all. She like, well, what the fuck you mean? He elaborated, you know what I mean? But you leave room for the guy to come out now Easy the Block Captain coming out like, yo, when he been new, when he put the track on, we could go fight right now. And everybody just looks bad, you know what I mean? Like, nobody really wins when the family feuds. But we not surprised that all this fuckery was going on in the back office. Like, we knew what it was. Some of the women like, y'all don't know, they still together. They had birthday parties, they had functions, they had gatherings. I done been in a relationship like, yeah, we just finished going ham in here. Your mom's called her, we got something to go to the next day or even that same day. People still go, guys. It's not like, even though Hov, like, me and my wife beefing, house on fire, nigga, I'm dying, I ain't leaving, like, I ain't going nowhere till me and my wife stop beefing. Some shit Tata take care of my kids when he stopped grieving on the Carter's album, which is fire album. You know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere, me and my wife beating. I'm dying in the house, nigga, house on fire. Some people give it up like that and they stay in the crib and they work it out. And some people will be right outside like Chris Brown and Rihanna after motherfucking arguing. They still in the whip going to the venue, still arguing. You know what I'm saying? Like, got to deal with that bubblegum shit. Been there, done it. It's not cool. It's not productive. It doesn't help. And it really only tears at the fabric of the relationship until both of you can come to, a mature place, really talk, the good and the bad, and then get some resolution. That's just what it is. A lot of people are surprised that it's messy like this. I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. Not surprised at all. But y'all know who it is. Papoose from Papoose TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.